All right. Everything is working. Seems like everything is going okay. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Behind the Dice. Today, I'm going to be working on a couple Hero Forge minis. General. And hold up here, I do. Hero Forge, every year in December, does an advent calendar where every day of the month they release new things, options. And some of them this year have been pretty awesome. We're going to take a look at some of those. Again, Hero Forge is not a sponsor of this channel, but by God, that'd be great. They happen to have a lot of really cool stuff. I like their website. That's where I do all my training. Let's jump in. So we got a male dwarf. Today I'm making a male dwarf and a female dwarf. Male dwarf rogue, female dwarf mage. They are dark dwarf. A bit more gray skin. But before we do anything, we need to get their sizes. Proportion-wise, pretty pleased. The base proportions for him is fine. I'm fine with the base face as well. Hair, though, and beard have got to change. We got some new hairdos. We got the feathered bowl cut. That's one of the new things that came out. The short sponge something, twists. All right, cool. Use, but I like it. Anything new in the beards? Nothing new in the beards. So he's going to have a beard, but unlike most dwarves, his beard's going to be a little more contained. A rogue, so he something tied off a bit. That might work. Short beard dwarf seems odd to me, but for a rogue, I could see the reasoning behind it. Imagine trying to trip over that while trying to sneak into a dungeon. That would not be cool at all. Hair, though. Hair. I would think that he's going to keep his hair relatively short as well. Rogue. Going to be your atypical dwarf. We've got for hair options. That extra stuff so we can screen a little better. Appreciate you all coming by and hanging out today. Questions? Ooh, maybe Mohawk dwarf? See, I can't tell. Is that a ponytail up the back, or does he just have a really hairy back in the middle? That one's always thrown me off. We can even go spikier with it back in the middle. Very strange. Plus, most of the clothes cover that up. Unless your mini is going shirtless, it's hard to see that. Girl, that is something you'd hit charge with. Stone bowl cut? No, that's the Elvis. I think we're traditional haircuts. I actually don't mind that shaggy look on him. That's actually not that bad, because I'm thinking about giving him a hat or bandana anyway. So let's start there then. Oh, we got some new customized stuff as well. Like I said, there's a bunch of new stuff. Okay? Got some new helms that look pretty awesome. I don't use the helms very much just because I like to be able to see their faces. These are really snazzy, though. Close top head wrap. Okay. Miner's helmet, which, again, this site also does sci-fi and modern stuff, so it's not all fantasy. Let's see here. Thought about giving him a... Oh, he could be a hooded rogue. That would be kind of cool. Not a cloak, but a hood. I like the idea of that. Ripped. So... that intrigues me. Like that. Right, let's jump over to chest gear. So many new pieces of uniform. Love it. Let's see what we got here. There we go. That is a businessman dwarf rogue if I've ever seen. This one just came out today. That's the Spartan breastplate, which I definitely know some uses for that. Collar, dress shirt with bow tie. Spartan breastplate with bust. Oh, I guess female version, I guess. Ruffled belt tunic. I think it's to be belt. Spelled wrong. Oh, a moment. Sorry about that. I could definitely see uses for this. Swashbuckler's tunic and sash. That's not too shabby. I'm not for this character, but Cocktail dress, fancy top. Bard's doublet. Ooh, I like the Bard's doublet. Might even work for a rogue. Street hacker. Stylish jacket. That was already in there. That's not new. Why is that listing that as new? A couple of those were not new for some reason. That was not new, and I don't think that was either. Okay. But there is some traditional rogue gear that I like that's down near the bottom. That's a thief's reinforced gear, right? And I also kind of like the cloth jacket with bandolier because it looks like knives. Dagger concept. Rogue's gear is kind of snazzy. I like how it's got little pouches on the side. See what we could do with that. Matching legs down near the bottom. Yeah, that's a badass dwarf right there. Look at all them buckles. Take forever. One new pants. Rope belt cloth pants. Okay. All that and only one new. Why is the honey thing? What is that? Get off of here. That should never be on my screen. What the hell is this? Those on all sides. Get out of there. Okay. Weird. Never noticed it till just now. Alright, so we want to go back down to the thief's pants. I struggle with shoes. I feel like shoes are a problem. But there's some new ones out. Let's see what we got. Bow lacing boot. Wow. That dwarf just got way sexier. I'm not sure that's the route I'm going to go. Bow pointed ballet flats. Okay. Pointed bill. That's just comparing the regular ballet. We need some type of rogue boots. I know which ones I normally would use. This. Button shoes. That kind of matches the outfit a little bit with the straps. Thief's leather boots. I don't know. Those seem more plate mail-y than leather. I'd rather throw those on. They look more like soft boots, what I expect. Ooh, that looks a bit better. Studded leather boots. Studley leather boots. I like it. Go back down. I lost the boots there. I like that for him. Now the thing is, what style boots am I going, or armor am I going to give? That matters. Like weapons and such helps direct. Sorry, out of something. Even though he's a dwarf, I kind of picture him roguing some knives. Knives could be. They've definitely added a bunch of gear. They've added an old school toolbox, a cheese wedge, a forearm crutch. So they've been doing a lot to add gear and such for folks who may have disabilities. Represent them, I think. Simple mobility aid. Okay. Ooh, that's a big boy. Abyssal spear. Ooh, that looks cool. I know I could use it. Plate. Please, Sam, may I have some more? Blade of the Unforgiving. That's a nice sword. That nanotech. Oh, crutch. Okay. Ornate crutch. Brutal mace. Now that's a big dog right there. That's not good. Mixed in with more crutches. Jagged cleaver. Radiant hammer. Ooh, that's a nice hammer. A lot of new stuff. What is this? Mystery box. Uh-oh. That's a deck of many things. You can call it mystery box all you like, but that's the deck of many things. I love it. There. Boxing gloves. Oh, wow. Sleek deck. Ooh. That's an interesting deck. Tempted, although that punching dagger thing is kind of cool too. I like the thought of that. I don't have anybody using gear like that. Ingot, smoke bomb. Alright, so if I'm going to rock those, we need to get a pose for them. Match. Oh, they got a new sitting pose. Bork. That's kind of cool. I could probably. And I kind of want to get him in a more. I'm about to whoop. Oh, there we go. Something like that. That's pretty awesome. A good pose for him. Oh. No. I think I like the crouching one. There it is. Yeah, I like that. Reminds me of the World of Warcraft Glives. Illidan used, just much smaller. Like the concept of that. Definitely something outside the normal. All right, so that's my rogue. Awesome little rogue pouches. Like his weapons. Back to gear. Gonna give him any type of sheath. I don't know what type of sheath you could use for something like this, so I'm not really gonna have a sheath for it to think of. Strap those on his side though. I think I'd rather have him in his. So we should give him some type of pouch. Thinking from a thief's point of view, I try not to use those bags as much because they would jangle, right? That's something you could strap down a little bit more. Now I think there's some thieves' picks in here that can be set on the side as well, and that would be kind of cool to have. Ooh, I can make a ninja. I mean to get rid of the bag, but at least I can find that easy. Where's the... There's so many cool things to choose from. The day before New Year's. I figure a lot of people will be out prepping and partying today. What's today? Thursday as well? Busy day. Busy day indeed. Got in. Those maracas? They've added more. That's pretty cool. Alright, here we go. Now I think we're getting into the stuff I'm looking for. Set player. Ocean bottle strapped on the side. I kind of like that. That would look good. Cross. Well, thieves picks. I know you're in here somewhere. I've seen them. Ooh, tear-shaped bottle. Hammered metal flask. Kind of like that. Pouch with flasks. That's like a potion wheel. I kind of give that to a mage, I would. Here we are. There they are. Lockpick set and tool set. Side. Our lockpick set, or do we want a tool set? I think the lockpick set looks a little bit better and more hidden. I still wish you could put daggers on like their boot daggers. I've been dying for boot daggers forever. But again, they're always adding new stuff, so I can't complain. I just really would like boot daggers. All right. I like the thought of the mask since cool. But oh, I just realized his hat is going through his beard. Oh, we may have to fix that. We may have to use the other. Oh, that looks better. I just feel like I need to move it some. See what we can do with that. That's not. Oh. Problem is. Problem with it being kind of hidden there. I guess that's all right. That's all right. Fixes it a little bit so it's not clipping through as much anymore. Tiny smidge at the bottom. Now, one thing they have done as well is they've added a whole bunch of new bases. I had to see those. Call them stages. First of all, let's pick a standard base. Here they go. Look at that. Coins. So many coins. I love it. Like a treasure hoard. I think of a million ways to use that. Now he's a dwarf, so I'm assuming he's going to be underground. Give him a round one. What are we going to put for his? I like to always put something down, like some metal ingots. That would be cool. Box. Something roguey. A treasure chest would probably look right. Treasure chest, unless we see better. A little bag of gold. Treasure chest seems to me like more something a rogue pick. Like uses picks on that. Pick as in shoes. Yeah. Right. So, advance, chest. Forward. Spin it. A little bit more. Great patches. Let's twist that just. Kind of like he's guarding the treasure that he just stole. I love that. Love that a lot. That'll work out nice. That's good for his base. I don't think I want to put anything on his back. I'm not giving him a cloak or anything. I think that with the hood he would. Hello, BF Ghost. Good day. How goes it? Like that. Now, do we want to give him a ring? I feel he should have a ring. So the two dwarves I'm painting today are going to be brother and sister. So maybe a matching ring that would, like a family crest. But right smack on that knuckle, too. Clothing. Rings. Here we are. See, I still would like to see some more ring options. But middle finger. That's where I'm going to put it for her as well. That's the one ring he's got. There's no nose rings. Oh, there is nose rings. Give him a nose ring. That looks horrible. It looks like he's got a big booger. No, I hate that. I hate that a lot. We will not do that then. That's pretty sweet. We're ready to go right into coloring at this point. He is a dark dwarf. So as such, he could have grayish tint to his skin. Oddly enough, they don't really. What is this game? So this is me painting models. So Hero Forge is a website where you can go and create miniatures for like games like role-playing, Dungeons & Dragons, things like that. You could paint and design them, and then they will 3D print them, color them, and send them to you. They'll print them blank, send you, and you can color them, paint them yourself. Or you can design them, and they'll send you, if you have your own 3D printer, for just a couple dollars, you get the schematics or however it works that you download your 3D printer so you can print it yourself. Which are things I all want to do eventually. But right now, I usually just paint them and then use them as visual aids for the Dungeons & Dragons stories and streams and such that I do. I do Mergedworlds every other week, which is a Dungeons & Dragons story that I've been telling and running for 30 years. So you can come in here and create miniatures, and then I screenshot them and use them as visual aids. So it's pretty cool. But I need some type of a gray skin. Or, oh, that could work. Aquatic? Demon black? Oh, no, that's wow. Smurf-esque? Wow, I'm not making him Smurfy. That isn't. All right, so since I'm not seeing a color that I like here, for skin colors, let's see if we can find a gray somewhere else that we could use. Millionaire Mark. That's more the color skin I'm looking for, like straight up gray. And his hair is going to be black. Flips out through his head just a smidge. Yeah, there. Now, go back to gray. So if that's gray, his skin should be a slightly lighter color. Light gray. Kind of work. Yeah, that's not bad. Give him some piercing eyes, though, right? Piercing eyes. Void or black eyes, no. Gray eyes. Those aren't quite as piercing as I'd like to see. There we go. Just some blue in the middle of nowhere. That works for me. So I'm making it right now. I'm doing a male and female dwarf. The male dwarf is a dark dwarf rogue, and then his sister, who's a dark dwarf mage. Designing them right now for a D&D campaign that I'm running as well with a live group every other Thursday, just here at the house with my wife and some friends. I've been running D&D campaigns for about a little over 30 years, so it's a lot of fun. All right, let's get into that gear, right? We have a lot of leather and a lot of metal. As a rogue, he's going to be very, very black specific, but I kind of feel like straps are the black that I'm looking for right now, even though it looks like I'm doing everything. I promise, I'm going to be changing some of this to a different black. Putting all of the pouches so that way I can then go back and figure out what color I want to do the other stuff. Everything that's a strap. That's a strap. Crotch strap. I'm asking questions there. Crotch straps. Very important straps, your crotch straps. Make sure your crotch is strapped in well. You're going to have some metal. That should be the same. So if I do metal, that then metal, if we do black metal, makes that much darker. I know what I'm shooting for. M to black. That makes the gray pop out more in the hood, you know what I mean? Making it black like that makes it a little easier to see the skin. That's definitely black. Black with the strap like midgety smidge on the bottom. And for metal, I think he'd use like a dull gray. I don't think he'd use something reflective. I don't know. Maybe we'll go with a silver. Give him something metallic on. Oh, that's the black. Little wheels, little buttons. X metal as well. Got that. We got buttons. I think all the buttons auto did, which is good. Did notice something though. Got a little pouch there that I missed. A little squished in. But it'll work, right? Question is, do I want more silver? That's the hard part. Trying to decide exactly how I want to put the coloring. Well, we're going to make the ring Goldie Gold. It's a family crest. We need to give it a gem. I think a blue would be. Just so opposite of what he's actually wearing. You know what I mean? For metal, thinking of going red metal. We need something for the blade itself. Aren't bad. I want to bring this. I think that some of this silver is just a little bit too bright. Just doesn't match with some of the other stuff he's wearing. Looks a bit rustier. His parts. Those look pretty good. Yep, that's all those. Groovy. Oh god, did I get the middle? I did not mean to do that. Whoops. A little bit of rust to it kind of look like that. think I'd like the blades to be a little brighter, though. Well-kept blade. Much as I like the black, I almost want to give it a different color just so it stands out. Whoops. Well, that was a mistake. All right, now for the bottle, I'll pick a glass color. It's going to be a potion of some kind. That. Wood stopper. Top. Like that. Brown spot. Only part that I'm not a big fan of. But other than that, it's all right. Very roguey. Now the other option, of course, to give options. Wanted to, red. Or a blue. The blue would match his outfit. Definitely gives a little something different in there. A little bit harder to hide in the dark. He is a rogue after all, but I think the blue's darker than the red. Kind of like the blue. Gives us a match to the weapon as well. Can't do that. Oh, there's a black buckle I missed. Any? That's all of them. All right, so we'll jump over to stone. Stone, that's easy. And then we'll give him a wooden chest. Some color in there. Metal, we'll go with a dinged up gold. Block, we'll do silver, let it stand out. That's not too bad. That is not too shabby at all for a little dwarven rogue. Again, this is for a live campaign D&D that I'm running. The only downside is I forget what I named him, and I don't have my book with me. I'll have to save him as Dwarf Rogue. We will name him as Dwarf Rogue for now until I can remember his name. Rogue. Not going to screenshot him yet because I don't have... His name will pop up when I screenshot. Boot of the boots. Adds a little splash. I like it. Okay. He's easy. Got him done. Now we're going to go ahead and we're going to go to new. Now we're going to do his sister. All right, so let's go. First off, body, clothing, remove all the clothes. Head right. Species. We want a female dwarf. Female dwarf. Let's see. Ooh. Body. Torso. Measurement. There we go. She's going to be a bit shorter. He's a mage, so we're going to thin her out some. Be as hardy as regular dwarves. They're out there doing all sorts of stuff. Posture. Let's give her straighter of a posture. Hair, arm, normal. Clarity. Still got a little muscle. Muscles, waist. And booty. Do we need to add booty? No, we do not. You're fine with the booty the way that it is. Not a man who needs to change the booty. All right, let's go over here and immediately start looking at heads. So that's our female dwarf. Kind of thin her out some, but then she'll stop looking like a dwarf. Bulbous, you know. And then hair. Right, now what are we going to do for hair? Pick something slightly different than what I normally use. Not quite. Karen. Not going to give her the... Not going to happen. Don't even ask for it. Some of these, that's patchy hair. That looks horrible to me. I guess that's... If you're making like a zombie or something, that could be good. Hello, Miss Ashley. Just got home? You're busy. Oof. Oof. Look at that. Look at the poofiness on that action going on. My goodness, that's a little bit beyond what I want. Something simple, but I would like her to have long hair. Who am I making? I just finished making the dwarf rogue for your guys' adventure, and now I'm making your dwarf mage, his sister. Working on her today. With these two to start off with. Then I have to do a couple Mergedworlds characters, including Critius, the young guy who just popped up in the story. That was Artis's old friend. And one other one that I'm not thinking of. But it's in there. What's up, Grape? Good day, good day. Just not happy with her. So as a mage, she's going to have a very... Shauna, you know, I was going to ask you guys. I forgot their name, and it's written down on a piece of paper, and I can't find it. Woof, woof. We're not going to give her that. That's horrendous. I don't like a lot of the haircuts for the females. I just don't think that they put as much into it. Like a lot of these, since you're only looking at them from the front, you're not going to see if it's cool in the back or not, unless it falls over the shoulders. Never used the page boy, nor do I think I ever will. I've used the piggy tails too many times. Top knot. I don't even know what that is. No. Oh, no, that's not. You can do that. That's not bad. Pull that off unless this looks better. No, that looks better. Okay, I like that. Oh, you're fine. Don't worry about it. Yeah, I think it was Jared. Jared and Shauna sounds correct. She's kind of ripped. Well, she's a dwarf. It's true. And I thinned her out. I took away some of the strength. Shona. That sounds right. Shona sounds correct. I'll look it up. I'm just going to save him as dwarf mage. All right, so she does look kind of ripped, but she's actually thinned out quite a bit from what a dwarf muscular would normally look like. I've narrowed it down some. You want to change your brows at all? Want to give her a little cool eyebrow scar that people like? Super bushy? Wow. Pierced eyebrows. That doesn't look good. Brow ridges doesn't look good. Monobrow. Go with normal. So I don't have to do facial hair for her, but we will give her some earrings. Get over to clothing. They've added a whole bunch of new stuff in here. That's kind of what I was talking about. They've added a whole mess of new gear. Like, I like that one a lot. The ruffled, I think it's supposed to be belt, and it's spelled wrong, blet. Survive combat by its leather belts. I like that. It's sturdy, relatively well made. Not like all naked and such. It's feasibly usable. All dwarves are buff dwarves. Swashbuckler's tunic with sash is kind of nice. Not for her, but for just in general. Street hacker. All the ones that it says are new are not new. They did add a Martin breastplate, male and female. Okay. She's a wizard. That's a little bit too wizardy. She's not that high of a level wizard yet. She needs to be a little bit less buff. Now, supposedly... Oh, they've been fixed. They've been working on adding layering clothing, so I could do certain clothing that are, say, hypothetically. Let me see. Where's the one I'm looking for? They're supposed to set up so that clothing that's open, I would be able to add more stuff to it. Dwarf mage right there. Huh? Kidding, of course. I just threw it down there because it's humorous. There used to be a trench coat that was just open. They're supposed to be setting some stuff up where you could do some layering now. One of the big things. So in the month, hey, MT, in the month of December every year, they release a new thing every day. I'll show you the male dwarf here when we get done. I just finished making him a few minutes ago. Not seeing any of the layered stuff I was looking. Oh, that's why they moved it over here to over. I was just looking at the under. So if I was to say put that shirt on her, I could then go over here and throw that coat on her, and now I can have a mixture. Where before, you couldn't do that. So that's where they fixed some of that stuff. Okay. So here's over. If I went under, I'm just hypothetically looking at this stuff here. Let's just say I gave her that. Yep, the over still works. I'm not going to use that. Again, I'm just kind of looking at some of the examples here. I'll do that. I want to give something over it. Apron over it. Oh, see, stuff like that adds a whole nother level. I love that. There's several of the trench coats I wanted to use, but I couldn't because it only gave you a bare stomach in the middle. I'm trying to work on having my characters, but there's some races isn't in the library. Locks it on in the main one, my half work. I can build it. Hat for a wolf. So best. You mean you have a hard time doing it here? Well, they're always adding new stuff, but they're correct. There is some limitations. The really more out there wackadoo races and such are going to be harder to find on a site like that. But for over, there's limited choices, but that's still cool. I could throw that over top of anything, which is good, because before you put that on, she just had bare tits underneath. I'm like, I could never use stuff like that. A lot of these necklaces you couldn't put on with the other stuff, so I'm really happy to see the layering now that I see how it works. So real quick, let's get rid of the chest, get rid of the clothing. So now I can look for my mage clothing. I don't think I'm gonna layer her, but now that I know how it works, that's cool. But for her, I need roby looking robes. Magey looking. You know what I mean? She's a mage after all. The only thing is there's no robe. If there was a robe, there's a bathrobe. But I mean, if there was a robe that I could put over top of a shirt, then I could use some of the cooler shirts. But again, it's still a work in progress, and they said they're going to be doing more, so I'm okay with that. Played D&D with routines yesterday. Take it back to our first and did the entire dungeon backwards. That's awesome. I like that. I like that a lot. I enjoy when things makes you work stuff weird especially if you take out the boss first, right? Took out the boss. Now for some reason everybody after him is really weak. Where are the other mage robes at? Dang it. Some of these things have been reorganized. Ancient robes. Shirt and trench. Bardic shirt and trench. Warlock's chest. That's the necromancer chest. She's not a necromancer, but that would... Electric priest. Sounds like a musician. Electric priest. Nothing there. Tabard. Starship captain. A few people, and come to think, a gelatinous cube tastes like lemon gel. I think they would taste like acid, because it would eat your tongue. The second you put it on, it would start eating your tongue. I think I liked the other robe better. Classic Meiji. Let's get down and look at the butt first, then we can see what we can do to it. That's the only new pants. They haven't had a lot of pants this year. That's okay. Tavern skirts, that's kind of Meiji. The necromancers look pretty badass, to be honest. Yes, look a little cooler than that. Here are the ornate robes. Helvine or acid lemon jello. Acid lemon jello would be a bit more accurate. I could go with that at least. I don't think there's any more down here. Travelers. Woo! Why? Why would you wear pants like that? What is the purpose? Unless you know someone's going to kick you in the side. Fairy legs. Okay, I'm not. This at least looks like you're traveling it. I don't know. She just looks like she's... It looks too baggy to me. It doesn't look as form-fitting. And I don't mean that I need her to look all sexy and shit. It just looks like she'd be walking around in bags. Back to chest. If I'm using that... What if we don't have her dressed like a mage? Per se. What if we get rid of the robe top? Thing is, she's a dark dwarf. I would more lean towards armoring her than anything else. A mage with some armor on it. Oh, that's not bad. The top. I don't know if it goes with the bottom, but Really not doing mini skirt. That's hilarious. Kilt. Might match what I'm getting. That doesn't look too bad. Almost looks a little more cleric-y to me, unfortunately. Sure, wait here, and the Buji goes to get the shower. And normally you set off the alarms right first, right? Oh, there we go. Wizard robes bottoms. That would imply that there's a wizard robe top. Well, there is. What do you think? It's not. Bard's doublet. Same copy your character wears? Yeah. There's wizard's robe chest. Yeah, that's the two pieces of that suit, right? I just don't like the neck part. If it wasn't for the neck part, I'd be okay with it. But I just forgot. Oh, yeah. I guess we'll go with that. It is a mage-looking outfit. I got no problem with it. You want to put over that? No. Neck pieces. See, don't give her a neck piece. Wolves. Chain choker. Okay. Neck brace. There you go. Stop scratching at it. Ooh. I can use that. Okay. I like that. Now, I'm not going to give her gloves, but she is going to need some shoes. Can't wander around shoeless. Look at all the people that popped in. Hey, everybody, thanks for coming by today. I appreciate you visiting. If you're having a good time, or you like me even a little bit, it'd be great if you wouldn't mind clicking the like button. I'd appreciate it. The scariest mage of all time. With bunny slippers. They've added so many new things. Here we go. Ready for it? Sexy mage. Big bow. You can't see him. There's big bow ties on the bows on the back. Would think that even as a dwarf, she's going to wear boots. I just don't picture her walking around in shoes. You know what I mean? Basic boots. I'm fine with that. There's the boots. Now let's get her some gear. Do I want to give her a headpiece of any kind? Well, that just screams her. They've added a bunch of new cool. The dwarf. There we go. Wow. Let's see. And near him, snuck it in, stole it, and then the first 3 people missed their attacks, and the 4th one shot. Not sure I'm gonna go with the headpiece. Shoulders. Do we need? Ooh, they've added new wolf pauldrons. Ooh, those are detailed. And they're not as big as some of these other things either. That actually looks, those look pretty good. I could find a use for those. I like that a lot. I don't think there's much in here that's going to go wizardy. Once in a while they have a pro, which means you don't get that unless you pay for their monthly membership. That's okay. Night ones are checking some of the new ones out. Okay. So it's time to put something in her hands. She's going to need some kind of staff, right? She's a wizard. Oh, that's a chain weapon. That is not a staff. Pole arm, there's a staff. See what we've got for staffs. What kind of staff would I give her? I don't think... An ancient gemstone staff, something that seems underground to me. That's going to be metal and gems. I don't think that she'd be doing a lot of wood. You know what I mean? It's from underground. She's lived her, this is her first time being up above the surface. One of the... Wow. Thanks. Infernal hand staff. Ooh, that's gross. That's new. Okay. I'm leaning towards that one. Let's see here. Once instead of part of the evil girls, so scouts from the middle. Sailor Moon. I don't know anything about that. That's okay. Cigar. Listen, I'm gonna cast a spell. Everybody stand back. Give her some... Ooh, those are way too big. Give her just this, I guess. There's no single just hoop. Oh, there is, yeah. Single hoop, that'll work. Single hoop will work. And then she's going to get the same ring as her brother. I said that. You weren't here for that, Ashley. They have the same ring, which is identical. And it matches for a reason. What could that reason be? New sitting pose, blort. You're looking right up a skirt there. That's inappropriate. Let's see. I want her to be doing something cool. Well, maybe I could do a two-handed thing with her like that. See if we could do a two-handed. That's more spear to me. That looks like someone about to either cast a spell or beat you over the head with that. And I'm fine with both of those. Defensive. Supergirl. No. I don't like when it blocks their face. That almost seems fitting to me. That or that. I think I can. Maybe we'll lean away this way. Because now that I have this, there's things I can do. Once I have her pose, that lets me do some additional stir. Here, hands, spell effect. Like that. Spell effects on the end of her spear. Staff, I should. Small ice effect, large flame attachment. By the meaning of your character? Yeah, totally. I just have way too many, or I would. Small flame. I think I'll lean towards flame with her. The only thing with that is, if I'm going to do that, she's burning her hands off. I'm going to have to change this. Twist it. Well, that's not good. It's not letting me slide it up like I want to. Backwards. No. Only thing it's going to let me do is twist it. Okay, so won't be able to use that effect. It's too burny, if you will. We'll go for the smaller flame. Then I will go back. Against. See it a little bit more. Okay. One thing I like to do to make my wife laugh. I like to mess with things. But you could pose their mouth and such too. Eyes. Round. Whatever the heck. Alien eyes. Robotic eyes. I wish there were a little bit more eye options. Oh, we didn't need to do beard. Or ears are fine. Face, we already did. Kind of like that. I'd like to add something to her sides. Maybe a... Oh, I know what I need. I need a book. Oh, they've added some new stuff here. I need a book. She's a wizard. She's going to have a spell book. Everybody needs a spell book. See if we can find the books. Get that put on there. Just realized I'm crouched in the bottom of the webcam. Can't even see what I'm looking at. Can't see me. And that's why you're really here, to see Delicious Draven, right? Female dwarf did not have a beard. And usually female dwarves don't have a beard. They usually have whiskers. Come down with long shanks kind of thing on the sides. Normally they don't have the straight up beard part. Give her a machine gun? That screams it to me. I'm looking at hands. What's part of my problem? Not looking at the right thing. There's the spell book. Who's in there somewhere? Okay. Only one character in Mergedworlds has a gun. That's Mugen. Only one. If I was going to give her whiskers, she'd end up with something like this. Not even that, but side whiskers. I'm not a big fan of that. It's too doodly. All right, so we've got that. We've got that. That's pretty good. Let's go down and get her a base. For the same base. They had a new one where it's all coins. The treasure hoard. I like that. It's not what I'm using for this character, but I like it. That looks good. And then I'm going to need something down at her feet. I always try to put at least one extra on everybody. They've added stacks of ingots. Kind of cool. Put a stack of books. That screams wizard to me. Or I could put like some potion bottles. Let's see, so there's books. Potion bottles. These various bullet casings. Oh yeah, they just added those recently too. Knocked over potion bottle. There should be one that's several bottles. Bones, they've added that now. I thought there was one that was several bottles. Handles. That's beer bottles. But oh, there we are. Something like that. I don't know. I kind of lean more towards the books for her. There's no scrolls. I'm right-handed wizard. I'll pull my book on my left side so I can hold the staff in my main hand. Gotcha. I'm putting it on that side because you can't see it on this side. It would be in the way where her arm is, or else I'd agree with you. I'd put it on the other side as well. Same as if I put the sword in this hand, I try to put the scabbard over here. But this pose makes that just a bit more challenging. I guess we could also look at the back. I didn't think about that. Do that. Head, shoulder, chest, gloves, leg, This heavy tech truck sack. That's new. Jetpack, intriguing. There we go. Not sure how any of those are new. Mega charge pack, galaxy wing pack. Some of those are new. Mine are custom made. They are not easy to find, actually. I had to have them made myself. They're just very rough. I'd like to get a professional set made eventually. I'd like to get a professional sets made and then sell them on my site. But it is something I'm actually looking at doing because it's not easy to find critical hit and critical fumble dice. All right. What am I missing? I think that's good for her. All right, let's color her up. Paints. All right, start with the eyes. Oh, first, let's start with the skin. Just a lighter. Dark dwarves are very gray in color. It's not a good gray skin color listed, sadly. Gotta make do with what I got. For hair, ears are sticking out of her hair. Oh, I didn't color that. Ooh, wait. Darn it. That's done. Technically. That's good. Her there. Right off the bat, I'm going to color her ring so it looks just like her brother's. And let's see. Print the new mold, so I don't know. There's a lot of people. Yeah, there's a lot of people who make their own dice. These wouldn't be traditional dice. They're just 6-sided dice. So to be honest, it would be easier for me to buy them pre-made in bulk. But yeah, shipping's always. All right, so there's that. Now we need to get her eyes. Brother had blue eyes, and so will she. They're sibling. And do I want to give her lipstick? Do lipstick. That's a little bright. So, I don't know what color you'd use lipstick. I'm not good at makeup. Only ever wore black. Earrings. That's going to be the same. That's going to be the same color as the ring. So that. And staff, that's metal with, looks like wrapping around it with the crystals up top. The crystals, I could literally do crystals. The fact that it's fire, I kind of want to do red crystals. And the metal of it, maybe a brass? Little brass. Hey, Midnight, what's up, sir? Pink Fist. It's called Pink Fist. In a metal like. System of a Brown. Love that. I don't like that. I do System of a Brown. I can take red crystals at the front and the top. I can go over to leather and put some actual leather straps on it for holding. And for fire, we're straight up going to put fire on the end. That, or do I want purple fire? I mean, like that would be regular. Oh, all right. So we got that. Pretty colored there. And what colored robes are we going to give her? What is going to be her primary color of robe? Her being underground, I'm just so more used to, I'm thinking blacks and browns, you know what I mean? Even a deep blue could maybe be feasible. A dark, dark purple right there. Dark blue, maybe. Real quick while I'm thinking of it. That done. Looking at blue, let's see. Gilly. Well, yeah, they're slightly different type of dwarfs, but not a bad analogy. I don't mind the blue, but what color would go with the blue? Do we go silver at that point? Blue and gray? Pretty and chrome kind of thing? Putting some ideas. Doesn't mean I'm going to stick with them. Yeah, dark grays, browns seem right to me as well. If I use a brown metal, then it looks kind of more, it looks a little bit more metallic. If I do brown, what color can I offset brown? Like brown and gray? Brown and black? Thinking if I go brown, right? If I go brown and black, how visible is it? I mean, is that her skin not colored right? Oh, it's shadow. Got brown and black. For the cloth, we would straight up go over and get some cloth. Gray that out a little. Let's see. We can go over to leather. Yeah, I could make her robes more leather and less metallic. You know what I mean? Like, I can make them look like this. That looks a bit more like cloth now. Like I should use a different color gray for it. Quick white. If I go brown, the other option is I could go gold. Darker brown. I could go brown and brown. Same gold little buckles. Gold jewelry she wears. I think that I want a different gold though. A little more dull. A little bit not as bright. Gold's just so bright. It was a dirty ochre gold. I want her ring to stand out more than the other gold. Thoughts? Oh, God, forgot the rest of her feet. But yeah, other than that, thoughts. That shinier brown for the boots, just to set it off a little bit. We'll start D&D. You never played before. Oh, you're going to enjoy it. Rarely do I find folks who don't. What color nail polish, if any, would a dark dwarf use that works with that skin tone? Like, I mean, I could throw some fucking bright ass red on there, but I just don't know. It doesn't go with the. I want it to look right. You know what I mean? That's not quite as bright. So that looks better. It's not as bright. Doesn't stand out as much. It matches a little. I usually do nail polish and lipstick the same. And it goes with the red I have on there. Got some books down here. We're going to give her a red book, give her a blue book, and give her a green book. All right, leather, pages, because the pages are always worn. It's papyrus. You know what I mean? Not straight ass regular paper. I'm kind of okay with that. I like that a lot. Oh, hi, Buffy. Hey, sweetie. How you doing? Barely saw you. Oh, you got poopies on you. Clean your toes. I got to clean your toes every day. You know that? Every day she gets her toes cleaned now. Never had a cat with that problem before. She gets hard little balls of litter, not poop, but the litter stuff stuck to her toenails. None of the other cats have the problem. So I know it's something with her. It's not the litter itself. What is it? What is it? I just gave you treats. Not treats time yet. Well, she's one. Give me a little bit. Do I have a Sky Factory 4 Project E template playthrough? I did play through Project E. I mean, it's a whole series. Oh, hold on. Let me fix something stupid. Hold on a minute. I know, baby. I know you want some pets. I see you over there. I'm petting you. Let's see. I have to report stuff. Hold on. I see you. Yeah. Is it? I see you. I'm giving you pets. Here we go. I gave you some pets. I don't know what you want. You got treats. Just being greedy is all it is. Let me see. Let me grab the series for that. What was the series name? A while back. While back. I think I have it in a playlist. For the shakes. Hum. Why is it not showing me all my playlists? Way more than that. Yeah, I apologize. I do have a Sky Factory 4 Project E playthrough. Don't remember exactly which name it is. I think it's in the Sky Factory 4 playthrough. Sweetie, I love you. I do. But I don't know what you want. You've already had your treats. You've already had your... That's you. Draven Flying High. That could be very much the one, yeah. Yeah, I mean, you'll know it pretty quick early because I talk about it right at the beginning about how it's a Sky Factory 4 playthrough. It was like 50-some episodes. I mean, it's a lot of playthrough. It's not like a quick tutorial by any means. It was me playing through the series. I still have the world saved. Right, let me save her. I'm going to just save her as Dark Dwarf Female for now. Dark Dwarf Female. All right, give me a second. Sorry, I am allergic to cats. Yes, I'm allergic to your little butt. Draven Flying High sounds correct. I think that's the one. I think you found it quicker than I did. Well played. Test it someday. That's cool. The community server for subscribers and members. This Saturday, I'm going to be updating to a new mod pack called Cave Factory. Oh, heading out, Lex. All right, have a good one, sir. But yeah, I always enjoyed the water ones, the underwater ones. All right, we're done her. Real quick. Where is... Hold on a minute. Hold on un moment. I'm moving it over here because there's some in here that I haven't shown you guys. That you can't see because it's spoilers. For some reason, I'm not seeing the male dwarf, which is going to drive me crazy because I just worked on him for like 30, 40 minutes before I switched over to his sister. Ah, there we are. I just named him Dwarf Rogue. There we are. All right, there we are. Oh, and bless you. Okay, gotcha. This is her brother. Jared and Shona. Gotcha. I need to come up with the last name because I don't think I gave him a last name yet. I'll do that before I screenshot him. There's Jared. I'm pretty pleased with him. He is a Dark Dwarf Rogue. He is very cool. He will be as we move forward. The brother-sister combo was interesting because that helps complete team short stuff. Because this is a party of all short people. Got it. Brow elf that's short. Half elf. Here's a half elf or a full elf. Ashley, remember, mixing him up with your ranger. I think he's the half elf. Got a gnome. Now 2 Dark Dwarfs. Team Shortstaff. Before it was called 2.5 Rogues, or 2.5 Clerics, but now it's Team Shortstaff. Yeah, so that's him. All right. Now we're going to go over to new, and we're going to work on a young lad named Quintius. Quintius. A new character to Mergedworlds, just recently added this past week. Which, you know, hopefully is cool. By the way, half elf cleric, full wood elf ranger. That's right. I mixed the two up. I know you're playing 2 elves. Just remembering which one's which. Clothing. No, thank you. Project Tree. I don't know what that one is, Brandon. I apologize. I'm not familiar with Project Tree. All right, so body species first. Human male. Bit softer because he's a bit younger still. Fully grown into his manliness. He's a human, so the rest of his features are going to stay mostly the same. Change his measurements a little bit. Starts at 5'9". He's going to be at 6 foot. We're going to make him a little bit more muscular. Not horrendously. I believe that's what my playthrough is. Project. I think that's the only one. Yeah, that's all I started with. It was the normal game plus the tablet, if I remember correctly. Again, it's been over a year since I finished that series. Actually, we finished it, I think, New Year's Eve, because we did the big New Year's Eve special thing there where I blew up the stuff for that. I guess it did run over New Year's into Valentine's. I think it was Valentine's Day. We ceased that world because I glitched it. Yeah, that's not bad. Totally gonna have to change his hair, though. The new hair, bam! Feathered bowl cut. That's just, not sure if I like that. What was this again? Short sponge twists. I don't think I've ever seen anybody with a haircut like that. That I've seen. I love that hair, but not for this character. Ooh, there we go. The classic rich boy. There we go. Call that the rich boy. Dashing hair. Deacon has hair like that as well. Unless I want to give him long hair. Long hair, maybe? I know what he looks like. Still, this kills me. Is it a ponytail or do I have a very hairy back? It's so hard to tell with that one. So confusing. We're going to give him the rich boy. That's the side part. That's not the rich boy. That's the rich boy. All right. So there he goes. Slightly dashing. Totally going to have a cape, right? I swear he's going to have a cape. Clothing. Jump right over into chest piece, right? Now we got this over-under thing we get to look at. I don't know if there's anything over I care so much about. Street Hacker jacket. Well, that looks kind of cool. Now I know why the Street Hacker shirt is for. Ah, gotcha. That's why that combos. Okay. That makes sense now. Bard's doublet. Well, I'm going to get rid of this, though. Woo! That's a little bit too much up around the neck, I think, there. I want something like that fancy. Ooh, nope, not that. I like that jacket. I use it a decent amount, but I'm not sure that's what I want for this guy. That's a little poofy. That's very poofy shoulders. Not sure I want that. I like the rest of it, though. Ooh. Even though it's a mariachi jacket, I still like that. Ooh, also looks good. You like the mariachi jacket more. This guy's not armored out. He's just a young noble who lives, well, is currently residing in the keep. There. Well, street mage clothes. I like that as an outfit. So that's the commoner shirt and jerkin. That seems nice to me. That doesn't seem commoners to me. jacket, fur trim shirt, pajamas, dress shirt. Looking at some options, seeing what jumps out at me. That's just called jacket. There he is. That's the sexy guy. Football jersey. Does look like a football. Traveler's furs, a little bit too wild for a young noble in the castle. I'm skipping past the armor, although the biker jacket looks cool. Can make him a badass biker. I only say that because I wish I was a badass, personally. Raggedy shirt. Raggedy. I have a couple. This is a bit ominous, but I have some minis I can paint like that using that clothing. I'll have to remember that. Psi agent. Well, priest again. Jeff. Well, that's a torn up dress shirt. Tabard. Well, that's not a bad outfit. It's just too squishy. What is that? A J-bot shirt? What's a J-bot? Who's a J-bot? Who are you calling a J-bot? Starship Captain. Yeah. That's just censored. You can't look at his boobies. Don't look at his boobies. Inappropriate. Get that covered up there. The Adventurer's breastplate is one I like to use a lot. Oh, then you love. Got a little bit of leg on your end. Gotcha. I like that, but it's a breastplate. You know what I mean? But it looks fancy. Medieval gown. That's good for out in the woods. That farmer, a complete and total farmer. I like that shirt, but that's what Seraph wears as well. That seems fancy. Stylish, even. That's not bad. We may go with that. It's bardly, but not quite as poofy. Excellent. It's bardly, but not quite as poofy. We'll do that. Let's look at some pants. What can we match with the pants? Not those. Those are horrible. Don't ever wear those pants. Ever, personally, in your real life. Your figures can, but don't you do it. It's inappropriate. Well, that's just peasant pants. That's like real pants, but peasants. Breeches. There you go. When you read breeches, that's what they are. Breeches are basically tights that tie off at the top. Bard's pants. That's not horrible. Let's remember the Bard's pants. Tailored slacks. Mariachi. That's outlaw riding pants. Mariachi pants. Not a mariachi. Yet, maybe I'll make it. Ninja pants. Ninja pants are horrible to me. I understand why ninja pants have to have a crotch down to your knees. I mean, I understand probably got big old man bits, but still, that looks stupid to me. Why does that exist? 80s pants. Can't touch this. Can't touch this. Sorry. I really like the buckskin pants. That's not for this. Skirts and armored pants. I don't need any armored pants. That's half plate. Goes with the ripped up shirt. I can find a use for that. Scrubs. Great TV show. Distressed pants. These pants are in great distress. They need your help. Cargo pants. I've used those for rogues before. Again, those are stupid. Don't ever wear those. Hideous. What's that? Chainmail legwear. You know, as much as that's chainmail, that actually looks kind of nice. Chainmail. Or Bard's pants. The Bard pants look too boofy to me. I think they're too poofy. A chainmail, though, that doesn't look too shibby. I mean, I understand it's to look like chain, but I don't have to color it like chain. Oh, wait. Look at them ugly. Well, maybe I can put some boots on them that'll hide that. Let's see what the boots look like. Let's get him some feety covers. There he is, sexy boots. He could rock. Looking for fancy boots. Not shoes. Thieves' leather boots. Bard's boots. All right, so that hides the ugly. Okay, that's good. I feel like I need something slightly more noble than that. Nope, the ugly sticks out. Cowboy boots. Those don't look bad. Those are kind of fancier, I think. What are those? Cuffed leather boots. All right. Kind of like that. Although he could look dead sexy in some flip-flops. I know what you're thinking. Draven flip-flops is the way to go. But I just don't think I can do it today. Worn boots? No. I do like these. I like some of the sci-fi stuff. Like, that's supposed to be sci-fi, but to me that could kind of almost be like Elven or even Egyptian. You know what I mean? The hinge in the toe is the only part that really looks sci-fi to me. Tall boots. Oh, good lord. Those go right up to his man bits. Okay. Tabard boots. Little toes curled up. I don't know how I feel about that. These are all fancy boots. Warrior Princess boots, which are some of my favorite boots to give to males and females. They look great. Warrior Princess boots look awesome. Nothing about that screams princess or prince to me. They just look awesome. I use that a lot. I use those for plate mail boots because I like them better than the plate mail boots. That's the Paladin plate boots. Those are hideous. Although kicking somebody with those would probably get your point across. Look at this one. I'm wearing sandals with big metal thing on the front. That's weird. Why would you do that? Ooh, those are kind of some fancy boots. What are those? Ming Dynasty boots. Ooh, those are also swirly. Swirly. I like the swirly. This doesn't seem to go through. I feel like I've got three, because I do. I have three pieces of different outfits here. Is the only problem. I don't feel the parts. They're not going ahead cohesively at this point. Still say I could rock some of these heels. All right. Okay, let's get back up here to the boots. I liked those. Those work. Those seem to go okay for me. I don't mind that. I just think his clothes are a little bit poofy. Whew! Sneezing my brains out today. That shouldn't take long. All right. So let's take one more look at his clothing. So I like the boots. The boots are good. The boots are the only part I'm happy with. Whoops, didn't mean to do that, but, you know. You could rock that, I think. Rah. What's that? Swashbuckler's tunic. Bard's doublets. That's what I was wearing. That's a new thing. It's kind of... Wanted to try out some new stuff. See, if I do that, I definitely have to change the pants. I think it's the pants that are throwing me off here. As much as I like the pants, I just don't think they match anything I'm trying to do here. Druid pants. Peasant pants. Tailored slacks. I do tailored slacks. That looks like a Western, which is not quite what I'm going for, but pants might give me some more options to do something like this. And let's do... drama. Too much drama. There's a classic swashbuckler. Fine with that. That's a good shirt. That's one I had a minute ago. Gotcha shirt. Never did understand why that's a mechanic shirt. Why is that a mechanic shirt? What about that screams mechanic to you? Maybe that's a mechanic from some specific sci-fi that I've never heard of. Maybe a mechanic means something else. Wearing a hoodie. Any more sense. Really Draven, that's the character. I am Quint. Alright, we're going with that one. Where was it? Not this one there, but the one with the fancy shoulders, that one. The only one I find fancy enough. So now that we've done that, I need to go to gear and I need to look at back because I'm pretty sure I want him to have a cape. Got to be the right cape. The shoulder like that, you have to have something that doesn't cover the shoulders. So that could work. The noble, after all. Nobles wear capes. That's a rule somewhere I read, I think. Only nobles wear capes. Something I've heard of before. Okay. So, interesting points for those of you who watch Mergedworlds. Carries no weapon. Has no scabbard, no dagger, no sheath, no sword. Does not carry a weapon. Again, he's a fancy little schmancy noble who doesn't do anything else. Hang out in the castle. But some people would say that even a noble would walk around with a sword on for looks, if nothing else. Look at the hexagon. I don't use the hexagon often. So what gear do I give someone who doesn't have gear? Clearly we give him cheese. Love of God, they've added cheese, and that's delicious. And he'll bonk anyone who tries to take his cheese. To bring additional inclusion to their website, they've recently added some different types of crutches and canes and things. Check this out. That's badass. I want to give that to my god of the sea. I like it better than the trident he has now. There's some cool new swords in here. Look at that crutch. It's a nanotech crutch. I don't even know what that means. Ornate crutch. Crutch of the Lord. I really like that bonker. Really gonna have fun with that brutal mace. Hammer looks cool. Deck of many things, baby. Telling you right now. Here it says a box with a hinged lid on the side containing who knows what. I'll tell you what. It's a deck of many things. That's just a deck of illusions, which is another deck of cards. That is a deck of many things, and anybody holding one of those has a deck of many things. If you ever see someone in D&D and they have a little box with a question mark on it, I'm telling this is a Draven rule. Moving forward, desk will always have that. Be a boxer, you'll rock. See, I really like these daggers. Those are nice. The ornate dagger's nice. I've been leading some small daggers. These little punchy weapons are kind of cool. And they usually don't make blades this small, which is what I like. Smoke bomb. Hold on a minute. All right. So I'm going to give him some stuff. But I think I should maybe give him like a glass of wine, maybe? Some mead as a rich guy? Right? He's not going to be walking around. He's not going to have any weapons. Why is Draven saying that so many times? Because it's important. Shields, what's that? Donate shields. Miscellaneous. So many guns. What's that? Magic wand. Magic orb. There he goes. That's a rich man with a chicken wing. Drumstick. Shank somebody. Wow, that's a big lollipop. I can't think of a reason I'd need a lollipop. Banana, maybe. Critical dice. Those are huge dice. Good lord, those are big dice. What would you do with those? Weapon. Candy cane? It's just a big old cane. I like that. This, a scanner. Okay. When you're blue. Brains of this up. Heart. Brains, heart. There's lots of stuff here. Wooden stakes. The key to artist's heart. I'm just kidding. A huge lock. Yes, I'm thinking something like this. Yes. That's, or I could give him one of these drinking horns. Or a cupcake. Pie. Love pie. Give him a pizza. Now, who girl invites artists over for some brews and pizza? Who's going to turn that down? He'll cook it himself, too. Look at him with a fry cook over here. Roll on his Molotov. Ooh, romantic. Dynamite. Snake in a can. Whoa, that's a big snake in a can. I don't think I've ever pulled that out before. Holy smokes. All right, so I'm leaning towards that and maybe nothing in his other hand. Which in my mind gives me an idea for the pose that I'm looking for. That one. Quintius, friendly young lad. Only one more thing to add. Dude. A must. His little bag. Cool. That's what I was looking for. Should he have a ring? He should probably have a ring, right? Jewelry there. No earrings, though. That's left hand, right hand. Let's give him a regular, nobly looking ring. Cool. It's on his right hand. He's too young to be married. Well, I guess he's not. What if I should give him? I didn't picture him with facial hair. But I consider facial hair or cool glasses. Rich monocle. Hello there. I do like some of these. I need to make somebody with an eye patch. I mean, made one eye back in the day, but I need more people with an eye patch. Eye patches are cool. Got a ring. He's got a little bag. Now all I have to do is put something on the floor. Let's see. What are we going to put on the floor? Now, people with good memories who follow Mergedworlds know I don't just throw anything on the floor. Sometimes I do because there's no other choice. Sometimes I look for something specific. Sometimes something that might even hint towards the future. What is that? Smoke? Present? Tentacles? It's a hentai. Okay. Bear trap. That says romantic. These pistol bullet casings. Oh, that'd be good for Mugen. I wish I'd had that. All right. Let's see what we can do. Pose. Advance. Okay. Do back one. There we go. Hello, Panda. Welcome, welcome. I'm not sure if you've heard the most recent episode of Mergedworlds, but this is a character that got introduced this week. That's okay though. Just seeing this won't give away anything of the story. Nothing to be concerned with there. Already did the head, already did the face. I'm missing something. There it is. Maybe he'll be like, oh, oh. You have, excellent. This is Quintius. Hmm? I love like some of the presets are like, rah. It's cocky all the way up. Confused. Arg. Smile. Snarl. And this is just somebody without a smile. I want this guy to be smiling, but that's too smiling. Hmm? Opens his mouth. There you go. That just adds a little bit of from there. Quintius. Now, I remember saying he had like a strawberry blonde hair, if I remember correctly. We'll have to color him that way. Not sure what color to make his clothing. I had the character in my mind, but I wasn't quite sure about the coloring of anything else. So let's get in and let's take a look at some color. Painting. We know his hair color. We said it's some type of like a strawberry blonde, but I'm not sure what that would be. That's just orange. That's just orange. That's hideous. What's this strawberry? I don't know. I'm not quite seeing what I was looking for. Man, oh that God, its head's on fire. I didn't want to be straight up blonde. Something I mentioned forever ago. How intriguing! Red saffron. That's not bad. Hey, Night Empty. Have yourself a good one, buddy. Oh, working next Thursday night? Oh, yeah, sure. Definitely. I'd love to hear your thoughts on it. Merlot. Eggplant. That's just purple. Nobody wants that. Red saffrons. Almost feeling I should take a more blonde than that. Oh, that's just really blonde. Maple blonde. See, it looks so much brighter on there than it does on here. Something you think there's a connection, huh? Intrigued to hear it. Sometimes people guess correctly. Most often not. Once in a while, somebody snags it. See, green. Now, what color goes good with like a... I'm not happy with that hair, man. All right. We're going to have to go into non-hair colors to find the hair color I want. That's just pink. I want pink. What have we got? What have we got? I kind of want him to be red-haired. A mixture between red and blonde, but I'm just not finding that. Color in the chin, color in the neck, color in the arms. All right, down here, fleshy bits. Fingernails, lips. Okay. All right, now I've got that on, it might be easier to find the hair color I'm looking for. Fuck it, we're going red hair. I'm like, I really like more red than blonde, I guess. More red than blonde. Still looks well. That works well. Let's see. One of the random scenes between stories with artists in the imaginary tea party. Oh, yes, I know which one you mean. That was the time that, oh, goodness, Flynn brought artists back a stuffed horse. Like her mom, she always liked horses. Was raised around them, right? Hell, you're raised around, you get to ride on horses. Who wouldn't like horses, right? You're weird if you don't want to ride a horse. I like it. I've never really, only been on one like once or twice, but I do like horses. Interesting. Is there a connection? Guess we'll see one day. Not anytime soon. Devilish. All right. This man's a noble. He can dress well. What color would look good for this guy? He's got red hair. We got to take that into account, right? I mean, the instinct is to go green clothing with that, but then you end up looking like a redheaded leprechaun. I'm not sure I really want to go green with it. Random scenes between stories are, yeah, for that one now. My instinct is always to go black. It's just the best color of all time in every way, facet, shape, or form. I'll be honest. I'm happy to see everybody showing up for the stream today. I only say that because for the first 20 minutes, I was alone. There wasn't anybody. I think that's the longest I've ever gone in a stream without anybody watching. Was the first 20 minutes of the stream today. And it was humorous. I was like, wow, this has never happened before. Let's see. So we could go with a blue. We could go with a very dark blue set. The dark blue. We could go with a dark purple set. sure what color to make that. What is this? Armpit things on the blue with the cape. Dark blue or dark purple. Okay. Slightly different blue color here. Dark blue with blue. Blue with purple. Oh, that's an interesting color. If we did that, then we'd want to go a bit darker blue with the pants, I think. Oh, we could probably stay pretty close to the same color blue, though. Dark purple. Is there a darker purple? Let's see, dark blue. Pick the pen. Darker, or do I want to go with the same color blue? Same color blue seems to work well. Maybe a darker for the boots. We could go with the matching purple for the boots. That would make way more sense. Yeah, cover this little tiny bit of sole. Nope, that's not right. Black, brown. I usually try to make the string the same color as the belt, assuming it would be tied off to the belt. Let's see. Miss anything? Gold, or would I go silver? I like silver on. Gem. Color gem we gonna use. I use the red one a lot. Like it, but I do use it a lot. Very glowy. I don't like the ones that they're so glowy it's hard to get a actually see them. They just look like a blob of light. No, like if I take this one here and I add it, right, it doesn't look too bad. You add the black and red one, which is my favorite. See how it's like darker? It looks like there's still a cut to it. Some of them are so bright they just look like a blob of white to me. They turn sideways. I do kind of like the look of that. What color would we put on there? Resting ring. Could be good. I didn't give him earrings. Should I give him earrings? We don't have a lot in the way of jewelry on this guy. Not that we have to, but I'm interested. By the way, you guys, I'd like to hear your thoughts. If you think I should change anything color-wise, I'd like to hear your thoughts. I could make... That looks... You guys are thinking on that. That's not color at all. Let's see, he's standing on wood. Go ahead and get a nice deep wood on there. So I like the wood. It's a good contrast and it helps pop a little bit more color in there. Color combo with the ring gives me a weird magic vibe. Magic ring vibe? Interesting. Let's see. Yeah. I use the bone color a lot for smoke. Because I think that a lot of the bone colors are designed to have the different, like, two colors together, black and gray, for example, for this one. But they do a really good job with these of mixing them, right? And I like that you can do the smoke and stuff, you can do with tips, right? So I could do black purple at the top, right? Looks like it's changing colors as it's rising a bit. Kind of like that. So let's get that cup done. Let's see, well, we need something inside of it. There's not really anything. Looks like wine. Does that look like wine to you? Is that too bright for wine? Do I need a darker color for wine? Wine purple. What color is wine? Like a Merlot, right? It's like a red, right? Yeah. Can't really see it anyways, but just wondering. We will make it a fancy cup. A noble. That. And then, what is this? Those as well. And then for the off color, different gold. Ooh, that looks snazzy. Oh, I like that. What a nice cup. Man, I'd buy that type of stuff. You don't like the ring, huh? Black frame. Oh, the red. I just want some color to pop. I'm sure it doesn't mean anything at all. That's what I love, because you guys don't know what I'm doing, whether or not it's real or not. Is it actually important to the story, or am I just being silly? I love keeping people on their toes. I'm going to change the color of that bag to black. Do brown. What do we think of Quintius? Thoughts? Ideas? Concepts? Swear words? I mean, what do you got? Young Quintius. She never asked his last name. Which is good, because I didn't think of one. That's why I didn't bring that up. I need to come up with a last name for him. What do we think? Anything on there need changed? Anything needs to be added or removed? When you're picturing me talk about Quintius, is this what you saw? Or do you think it's something different? I don't do a lot of redheads. That's one of the reasons I wanted to give him more of a reddish blonde hair. Most people end up being brown or black hair for some reason. It's what I end up doing. I guess the regular black, brown, and even blonde are a little bit more common than a really nice, like, bright red hair. I didn't want his to look like a frickin' apple, but I want it to be reddish. I want to go like, bam, all red. Oh, you know what? That's something. What do you think of that purple, huh? Too dark? Oh, that's too glistening. The purple's too glistening. It looks too metallic. Yeah, we'll stick with what we got. Deep purple. The band. Just kidding. Actually, I'm almost tempted to do that just on this texture. That adds some texture to that. I'm actually going to do that. I'm just going to leave just on that. That metal really gives that little ruffle an extra little vibe to it. But it looks too metallic on here. Right? Looks like he's made out of metal. But on there, it really gives a nice texture to the ruffle. I'm going to go with that. All right. Cool. Let us rename him. Quintius. I'll have to come up with the last name. Quintius, young lad. Love introducing new characters. I love introducing a ton of new characters. That way, nobody knows which ones are the important ones. Slather the group with NPCs, and that way they don't know who is the important one, right? That's the it's a good rule of thumb for a DM. If you're worried that one of your NPCs is too obvious as a good guy or a bad guy, bury them. Bury them into other NPCs. Put them in the middle of where you'd least expect it, right? Okay, Bandit, no worries. I just noticed. But yeah, I do that a lot. If there's someone I need to hide that I'm afraid is too obvious, I will introduce a bunch of people all at once, so that way they get a little bit... And I don't focus on them as much, you know? You could do the exact same thing by adding someone who's more obviously important, right? So if I add, say, Quintius here, right? A lot of people are thinking there's something to Quintius. I don't, for the life of me, know why. But if I introduce Quintius and, Stable Boy Jim, right? who really likes James Bond music and plays guitar for fun. Stable Boy Jim, guy who works in the maybe the only introduction to him is Mercy, your artist, is going to go get the horses, and she runs into Jim the Stable Boy. Yes, I'll get your horse for you, milady. Thank you. And he goes out, runs off to get her horse, and that's it. That's all I mention of him. That dude is super important. Stable Boy Jim is going to come at you when you least expect it. I've just made him up on the spot. Stable Boy. But that was an example, right? You throw the obvious character. Like a good example of that in Mergedworlds, if you'll remember, when everybody kind of went off and had their solo adventures, when the Emperor was jumping into their dreams, you'll remember that Dandy was off dealing with the miners in that situation where there's a bunch of werepanthers going on. And the mayor's last name was Sinestro or something, some takeoff of Sinister. And he was overly friendly. So immediately, like, well, we know he's the bad guy. There's no way that's not the bad guy. And he totally wasn't the bad guy, right? The werepanthers was holding his daughter hostage, and he had to play along. But I mean, throwing that right out there immediately, my players were like, that is the villain. We have to track him. We have to follow him. He's going to lead us to what we need. And that still happened, yes, but not in the way that they thought. That was a lot of fun. I like hiding people in plain sight, and I like burying people. Tsunami of new characters. Too bad I was not able to do Travis, right, Ashley? In the character in the live D&D I'm playing with my wife Smashley and Jim, there was a character named Travis that they slightly, not even that bad. He just happened to not completely tell the truth as to the reason why he was trying to get into this dwarven lost stronghold, and he wasn't a bad guy, and he wasn't sinister. He was doing it for knowledge. He was literally a scholar. But from the second they find out he wasn't 100% truthful to them, man, they hated that dude. They were looking for ways to get him killed. And he was a good guy. He was like neutral good, and he was a scholar, and there was no negativity or animosity in any of the things he did. But by God, did they think he was the villain the whole time. Which was a lot of fun to do. It was a lot of fun. Times you throw that person out there. All right, bear with me a moment. I'm going to slide this off the screen for a second. I have to be very careful, because when I'm looking through my list of heroes, I have to be careful I don't come across one you guys shouldn't see yet. Because there's a few in here. There are a few in here that have never seen the light of day. And one day they shall. Just scrolling through here, make sure there's anything. There's one in particular. One in particular that's very end game. Future story. Big sauce. That's oh, there's the other one. I know there's two. I'm just checking to see how many are in here so I don't accidentally flip those open. Two out. It's Quintius. We just added him. There's the big one. Holy smokes. Like I'm careful when I'm so afraid I'm even going to click on it and show you guys something you shouldn't see. Something horrendous. All right, so there's just the two. Okay. There's only two people in there currently you guys haven't seen. All right. Whoop! Give him a purple face. Oh, that'd be kind of cool. Type of Two-Face kind of combo. I wish you could do Two-Face kind of thing. Trying to think, was there anyone else I introduced that I needed a figure for? Already got Ren. We've got that. I remember the other one I wanted to do today. I wanted to do Maeve's brother. That's the other character I wanted to get. Wanted to do her brother. Half demon, half dragon, half canine, feline. There they are. Blomp. First things we got to do is we've got to fix that body. That is not at all what a Minotaur body looks like in Mergedworlds. I'm fine with the furry one. Sometimes I use the furry one. They do not have them weird poof things. They've got feet like a regular person, damn it. I don't like the tail. I get rid of the tail too. But if you wanted to have Minotaur with a tail, I would allow it. But only a bear nub tail. I'm just kidding. That's new. I didn't know that was a deer tail. They didn't have those before. Short. Wow, they added a bunch of tails. Mantis tail. Wow. Dragonfly. This is disgusting. None of these look good. Okay, that demon one. That one looks good. I could find a use for the demon one. Ew. Okay, the fluffy tail's not. Classic horsetail. That I could do. Look at that. Blah. Finned dragon tail. I guess if you're building a half dragon, I could see that. Yeah, no tails, thank you. Interesting to try it later. Okay, yeah, let us know. I'd be interested to know. Excuse me. All right. So the bodies are way wrong for Minotaurs. I'm just not a fan. Now see, this Minotaur is currently sitting at 8'11", which is fine. I'm gonna make him just a bit shorter. He's shorter than Maeve. The head, womp. Craziness. But it's the weight in the shoulders and things that I don't like, or the posture. I want him to stand up straight. I like him hunched forward. Add the weight here. Let's pull this down. Let's pull that up, right? I don't need to be bulbous. I want to actually have some muscle to him. The lower is fine. Let's move the upper just. The important part is when you get to the muscularity. Look at his legs. Oh, good Lord. His legs. Looks like he's mutated around the knees. Can't remember how I made Darsh look. Could give him big old boobies, but I'm not going to do that. Not what's important right now. Waist is all the way out. Belly. Don't need to give him a belly. Curves, that's booty, right? That's curves. Oh, no, that's something to. Oh, that's odd. Does fix his leg problem a little bit. That. His butt's just fine. But now his arms, are they muscular enough? Now they are. He's still a Minotaur, for Christ's sakes. There's no way Darsh is not going to have this guy know how to whoop some booty, right? Move him up a little bit more. Upper scale is fine. The weight that I have the problem with. A little bit more length in the arms. Now, the important thing is how are we going to do his horns, right? And his hair. Dude can fight. He's been in the arena. Totally can handle that. There's no way you're going to be able to take over Darsh's kingdom one day, I guess you could say, without being able to defend it in the arena, because that's what you got to do. So the man knows how to fight. He's skilled. Probably more so than most of the other regular warriors just walking around in Serenity. But he's not Maeve. Maeve would clean the floor with this. So let's see. Head. Horns. See what kind of horns we want to give this guy. Because not all Minotaur have the same horns. That's more like what Maeve has. So I'm fine with that. I don't mind giving him the same kind of horns. They are supposed to be twins. Even though they're not identical. It still wouldn't be a bad idea to have them have some similarities. The coloring is very different. Maeve is much lighter colored like her mother, and he's supposed to be much darker colored like Darsh. Was the original design of the young lady who played and created those characters. So Darsh is just straight up black-haired. I'm pulling up some of the pictures so I can see them on my end as well. Where's Lyra? Yeah, Lyra is a lighter brown color. Horns are a little different. Would work. And those are the villains. How did I miss the new generation? Elder Gods, Gods of Neutrality, She's followers, Darsh's followers. The next generation, there we are. Yeah, so Maeve has those exact horns. Okay. So Darsh's horns are a bit more traditional. Like this. What in the hell is that? Is that even a horn? Tech horns. Wow. I don't want to give him anything like insane. He might have more horns like his father. That would make sense to me. So keep him with the traditional horns. We're going to go more Darsh colored. One other thing I do is I change their ears. I give them human ears. Minotaurs do not have insane cow floppy ears. The old dwarf ears, you can do that. Fine with that. Wouldn't have elven ears. If you want some big old dwarven ears, I'm okay with that. See how Maeve's look. Yeah, Maeve's does not have the big old ears either. Ears are barely visible. Human ears. Okay. So there's that. Now, for hair. I would think that as he's growing up and he's still doing fighting and all that stuff, he is mostly learning the business. He's definitely a bit more of a business type of character. I would think that, maybe not that, but you know. Wow. That would be, oh yeah, she has a little brother. I should totally paint up the little brother one day. I've never actually talked about the little brother. I always forget there's a little brother. I should have some wild, crazy little brother who pops up when you least expect it. That'd be kind of fun. I haven't done anything with the little brother yet. It's over 9,000. It'd be suave. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Panda. I have a great idea for that haircut. You know. You know what. That's not. Oh, that one might even be better for that. Slightly. I kind of like that hairdo on him. Oh, hot damn. Luscious. That's the Fabio Minotaur right there. Why, hello. That's what Darsh's hair looks like. I really like that hair on him. I think that looks good. I'm going to try that. All right. Cool. So we've got that set. That works. For facial hair, I don't think he really needs to rock anything funky. I kind of like the little undertuff like his father. He also idolizes Darsh. I mean, who the hell doesn't? I idolize Darsh. Christ, I created the guy. All right. Cool. Achievement unlocked. So now we can go into clothing. Right off the bat. Start with our clothing. So, I picture like a business type thing for him. Spartan thing actually looks all right on him. I picture him as a businessman, but I still picture him being much more. Way I'm trying to think of saying it. I really like how Lyra looks, and I kind of want to play more off that look, which is more of like just a regular, like you find someone hanging out in an inn. You know what I mean? So I kind of would like to have something. You know, maybe not that, but, you know. Even something like, oh, look at that. Like that, even though that says peasant shirt, there's no reason it has to be a peasant just because it's stitched like that. Something along those lines to me. Is it me or is his shoulders too wide? I need to get your opinion. Do I need to make his shoulders a little bit less wide? He seems like he has huge shoulders to me. But maybe I'm just seeing it wrong. I'd like to hear your thoughts. Shoulders just feel slightly. I kind of want something loose that shows some neckline. I like the warmer climate. He's going to be all business suited up. Off the shoulders, maybe not that. Kung Fu monk wrap. Or that's too much. That's what Darsh wears. But because Darsh doesn't wear a shirt. He'll wear armor from time to time, but Darsh does not wear a shirt. Just not the shirt type. See, I could picture this guy just being like the motorcycle type, right? Everybody needs to have a little touch to their personality. It's important to me that I bring out a little bit of something in everybody, even if it's a mermaid. But I mean, just in general, Is it something that thing of the shoulder looks okay? Thank you, Midnight. I appreciate that. You know, he is also living in a very Roman-like society. So I could easily do something like that. That's the top that his mother wears. I'm not saying I want him to wear that, but I'm giving you an example. That's a double-sided kind of thing. Darsh wears pants. Kind of want him to wear pants too. That's that breastplate thing that I like. What is that? No, that's the wizard thing. That, I'm not giving him the medieval gown. I don't even know why I clicked on that. Although fairy chest armor looks pretty sexy. Now, I'm kind of leaning on that one we saw up at the top. Where was it? The peasant shirt. That's what I was. Dandy shirt. I know. That's for dandy. Pirate's tunic. You know, I don't mind the pirate's tunic. He would spend time on the ships with his father. Right? So it's that or that. What do we think? I kind of like that more, though. It just, with the way it cut on the chest and shoulders, it just seems to accent the muscles a bit more. All right, let's jump over to legs and see what we can find. Legs are going to be hard for this guy. Something like basic pants. Pants. I hate that. I hate when the shirt is smaller than the pants. That's just a glitch in the way that 3D prints. But I understand they have to build these for 3D printing point of view. There's classic breeches. That just makes his legs look weird there. I don't like how his hippity hips stick out. So I need something that hides that a little bit. Like that hides it a little bit. That could feasibly work. Outlaws riding pants. Not the ninja pants. I don't like the ninja pants. What's that? Kung Fu monk pants. Dress pants. Set of jeans. Oh, you said that one. Crap, I know there's a delay. Which one? There's the buckskin pants. Shoot, you said that one. Outlaw riding pants? Is that the one we were liking? Pajamas. 80s pants. I'll make that joke every time. Nobles, that's only if you're wearing the noble top. All armor pants. Tracksuit. I've used cargo pants, not against cargo. Where were we? Which one? Okay, not that. That's thieves' leather pants. No. See, peasant pants almost look okay to me. I just wish they had a little bit more detail on them. Tailored slacks. I'm saying their names, so if I say one you like, you can type their name. What is that? No. Outlaw riding pants. Mariachi. Gunslingers. Wah! Baggy work pants? No, thank you. Pants. Kung Fu pants. Studded jeans. See, the studded jeans would go great with that leather jacket. There's dress pants. I'm leaning towards the outlaw riding pants. One of the first two? Not that one. That's been peasant. Tailored slacks. Yeah, we'll go tailored slacks. I'm good with that. I'm good with that. Tailored slacks. Now, for feet. He is a sandal guy. A lot of Minotaurs are when they're not fighting. Since he's mostly not fighting. He's not like Darsh out adventuring. He's going to wear sandals most of the time. Okay with those sandals. Unless I want to give him boots. The pirate boots, those are to me, they're bard boots, but to me they're pirate boots. What I would picture for pirate boots. Chainmail boots. I'm gonna give him pirate boots. All right. Now, we've got him there, right? I love his hair. The hair is awesome. So now I've got to figure. Let's get him a base real quick. Not pose, base. We'll go with a rim. No, base. We're gonna give him the large square because he's a minotaur. On this, I will say this on the deck of one of Darsh's boats. Got that done, and then I need to give him gear. Unless maybe a necklace real quick. Hold on. Would he wear a necklace of some kind? Not yet, he wouldn't. Doesn't mean I can't somehow work into a story where he would wear a necklace, but right now I don't think so. As for jewelry, can't see his ears, so earrings are relevant. I think he should have at least a ring on. I mean, he's not a jewelry guy. He's not a jewelry guy. He is going to be carrying a weapon. I don't care, businessman or not. Even if you're wearing not armor, you're still going to carry your weapon, by God. That's the Minotaur way. Doesn't necessarily mean you wear it in his hands, but I'm going to put it in his hands. The greatest weapon of all time. Just kidding. Cheese. No. So I need something for this guy. What kind of weapon? Is this guy going to be a sword guy? An axe guy? Sword, axe, hammer. We've got that new big-ass mace they just gave us. That's not a bad... Give us a chance to throw that in there. Well, maybe not dual wield them, but... Give him a big old mace? Nobody uses that yet. I've also got that big-ass hammer. Which, even though that's supposed to be the Radiant Hammer, it is more Paladin-based. Like a little cross on there does make it think it's a... Like that. What do we got? So we got axes. Let's look at axes. Why does it always start at the bottom? So if we did axe, I'll put axe in his right hand. Axe. Axe. No. That's a big old double-bladed battle axe, which I respect. Regular woodsman's axe. That is a dwarven, isn't it? Ornate great axe. Hand axe. Battle axe. Hoss of an axe. Good Lord. It's not bad. Watchful axe. Seen that before. Bearded axe. Ooh, that's not bad. Dual wielding bearded axe. One, maybe he's ambidextrous. Maybe that's one of his traits. Maeve is not ambidextrous, although she might as well be with her training. We were to that's not bad either. Although that I think I'd just go with one. Stone battle. That's too big. I know, I kind of like the thought of the two smaller axes. Yeah, the two smaller axes? Yeah, I like these. Okay, so now we've got his weapons, we can pick a pose. See, something like that makes it look a lot cooler when he's holding the axes, kind of more like that. Oh, that's you want some of this? Look, who's that over there? That's that. I don't think I've really used that for anything yet. That pose isn't a bad pose. I just can't think of a reason why I'd use it. Like a holy light, like a paladin or cleric, maybe. I don't want him to be standing in like a big-time weapon pose. It's a standard pose. Who's that? You want some of this? I will chop you up. Oh, that's a cool pose. Look at that. With the axes the way they're held. I mean, I'm not going to use them for that, but I've never used that pose. That is an awesome pose. I didn't realize it was hunched over like that, but with the way the weapons looks badass. Suddenly I'm liking this character. I'm going to have to put him into the story more. All right, I think we're going to go with the casual axes. That makes sense to me. Now, this man is a businessman. He's going to have some gear on his sides, and they are going to be pouches. Oops, I'm still in axe. There. That's smoke bomb. There. Obviously, he's going to have a pouch over there. I think that he would sheath them on his back. You know what I mean? So he wouldn't have a side sheath for axes. That wouldn't make sense. You'd snag everything. Trying to walk down a hallway or a bookshelf would be horrible. But if he had them strapped to his back, which sadly there's not really a strap of that kind in here. On the back, there's just cloaks and things. Back items, like I can put those axes on his back. You know, kind of like instead of in his hands. I kind of like him in his hands. They were down near the bottom of the axe. That's what his axes would look like on his back. But I want you to be able to see the axes, which is why I'm not going to put him in that position. But that's how I would think they'd be strapped. So he doesn't need sheath. So I can't think of anything. I don't picture him wearing a cape. All right. Getting close on time. I better get in here and get this boy colored. Oh, wait. I almost forgot to put something on the base. Let's see. I think I know what I'm looking for. I'm just looking at the option. Okay. Darsh. He's going to have Darsh's coloring, so I'm trying to match. Close to Darsh's coloring. Then Darsh had an even different hair color. Oh, I know why. I gave Darsh different arms than that. Crap. That's Darsh. Yeah, with the woolier hands. I almost forgot that part. I gave it to everybody but this guy. Whoops. My bad. My bad indeed. So, that. Now I get back in color. His hair is going to be different color. Just like Darsh. Darsh's hair was offset like. Darsh's hair color. He definitely looks younger than Darsh. Fine with that. Orange. So I darkened it. There we go. Do that. Darsh had historically more of a whiter horns, but he got more of his mom's horns. I don't know. Does that look all right? Should I go with like a darker horn? That just looks like it's the same color as his hair, though. Go with this. There we go. That looks good. Nails. Those. Those. Like that. That looks good. Go ahead and get our ship done. We're going to give him some oak for this. No, we're not. The beach. He's going to be on the beach. Excellent. Those look cool. Now, for a clothing point of view, I think he's going to be mostly in browns. With a dark brown for his boots. Much more of a leather color. I don't know why they'd have different colors in the back. I would make me have to redo the back. I'm going to go for... Woo! That's not the color I thought it was. Actually, that for that. Turn it around, get the boots, No. And I'm going to give a shirt to be a much lighter color. Maybe not that light. I want it to be brown. I feel like I need a second color darker for the stitching and for this. Ooh, I like that. I like that a lot. Thoughts? Ass buckle. Definitely love to hear your thoughts. That's egg. That's... How much longer am I streaming? Probably the next 5 to 10 minutes at most. Yeah, so usually I just go 2.5 hours here on YouTube for these streams. So I'm just going to basically finish up this character, and then that'll probably be it for the day. So what I'm picturing for these axes, you know, Maeve's got the big fancy weapon and armors that Darsh got for. I would think Darsh would offer the same, but that these would be the, you know, I picture him being the guy who wanted to work, right? So even as a young kid, he was looking for work, looking for jobs, whether it's for Darsh or other people. These would be the weapons he bought himself. You know what I mean? So it's the type of guy that, while he's his father and he plans on taking over, he also wants to be able to bring his own to it. That's kind of my thought for this character. He's not just taking over the business. He wants to take it and he wants to grow it. He wants to bring his own ideals into it and such, and expand upon what Darsh has done. So he still has that feeling of, I want to be a self-made guy. Like I was born into wealth, but I still want to earn my way. You know what I mean? I still want to earn what I have. That's one reason why he wouldn't be dressed all super fancy. It's not to say he wouldn't have fancy clothes for special situations, you know. Like right now he's in Serenity. These would be his civvies he'd wear, but he might have something official to wear, you know, his fancy clothes kind of thing. So let's see. For this, again, I'm picturing this being very much the weapons that he bought himself. So they're not, that's why they're not as decorative as some of the other weapons that even his sister and them would have. Would go for wood. Oh, that looks good. That's a nice contrast. Not sure about the blade color, though. Take a look. I mean, the blade color's not bad. That's too bright. Too brown. A bad gray. I'm not looking for something super, super bright and flashy, although that's not bad. Not bright and flashy. It looks worn, and that's what I want. I want these are his weapons he carries because they're worn. Almost like having your lucky socks, you know what I mean? What do you guys think? I'm really... I wasn't expecting much when I put this guy together, but I really like the way he looks. I'm very happy with this character. Sometimes even for me, when I'm writing characters, I create so many that sometimes not everybody gets a story, or down the road I'll come up with it, you know, but sometimes since I started doing this, sometimes as I create characters, it makes me start to calculate, wow, I like this. How can I bring him into the story more? How can I use him? How can I give him his own path? You know, I use that term a lot in Mergedworlds. How do I give him his path in this whole scenario? And this character just jumped out as someone I would like to do more with. And I already have an idea how I can do that. And that is partially with a character Panda's aware of and no one else, except for Panda's husband. All right. I am pleased with that. Wow, we made 4 characters today. I made the Jared and Shona for the Dark Dwarf, Rogue, and Mage. Then we made Quintius, the human noble. Doesn't really have a class at this point. And now this guy, who I want to say his name's Tiberius. I'm almost positive. I got to get my book out and get it for sure. I want to say his name is Tiberius. He's like 8 minutes older than Maeve. The only time he's not been late for something, right? All right, everybody. Well, I'm going to call that a stream. Thank you all for coming and hanging out with me today. I appreciate it. If you had a good time, please remember to click like. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe. We are at 16.9. Let me give you a number. At today, we are so close. We're going to miss it by just a smidge, but we are at 16,928. We are 72 away from having 17,000. No, I will not get 72 in the next 24 hours, but that is still kind of crazy how close we got to 17,000 this year. That is shocking to me. So there's that. Now, if you're interested to know more about Mergedworlds and my D&D stuff, every other Thursday I do the Mergedworlds Dungeons & Dragons story podcast. Then this stream, the Behind the Dice, is every week in between that. Now, the next time I do Behind the Dice is going to be a little different because we're going to be talking about days in the life of. And that's where we're going to be talking about some of the NPCs of Mergedworld. Maybe a little bit more of their history, a little bit more of their personal story. I'm going to build on those and kind of flesh out some of those characters, as well as introduce several NPCs that are not heroes. Like someone who's a cook, someone like Jim the stable boy we talked about. There's not ever, nor is there going to be a Jim the stable boy. But I'm just saying as an example, some characters like that are out there that maybe don't pop up, but for the characters, they'd be a part of their lives. And that doesn't mean they can't pop up from time to time in the story. So fleshing out some of that stuff and giving a little bit more depth to Serenity other than just these same 10 people walking back and forth between the temple and the keep, right? There's a whole city in there. Let's see what some of those people are and what they do for a living. But next Thursday, I'll be back here for Mergedworlds, at 8 p.m. Eastern. You can find more information about Mergedworlds on my website, Onlydraven.com. The videos are all streamed here, but you can also find it as an audio podcast on iTunes and Spotify. If you have an iTunes and Spotify account, and you don't already, it would be delicious of you, and I would appreciate it if you wouldn't mind going over and giving Mergedworlds a follow. You can also rate them now. You can give them a bunch of stars, which would be great. And I believe Spotify has now opened it up where you can actually leave a review. iTunes has always had that. If you'd like to leave a review, that would be awesome as well. I like to stress, I don't make any money on Mergedworlds. Mergedworlds is just my passion project, and I want to share it with as many people as possible. So when you follow and you like, and both here on YouTube and on iTunes, Spotify, and leave stars and stuff, that makes iTunes and Spotify put it in front of the faces of more people. The more people get to listen to it. So just trying to share it with as many people as I can. But thank you very much for coming. Tomorrow night, I'll be back over on Twitch at 9:30 p.m. Eastern. Onlydraven Gaming, all one word, no space, no underscore. Tomorrow is 7 Drinks to Die. or it's New Year's Eve. So we're going to be celebrating, and you too could participate in trying to kill me in game. And if you do, I may have to take a shot. Tomorrow could be very bevved up, could be fun. So hopefully we will see you there as well. But if I don't see you between now and then, I hope you have yourself an awesome holiday. All right, a great new year. Thanks for being such a huge part of my 2021 and even older. I couldn't do this without you guys. But I do hope you have yourself a great day. I hope you have yourself a wonderful holiday. Okay?